I see, man. Like you and I both look like we've given up on life a little bit.
Yeah, the Book of Eli. That's why I call it the Book of Eli. You know whatever.
Yeah. So anyway, man, I just, I don't get a chance to hang out with my friends. We cross paths quite a bit, in the comedy club scene in Chicago, and we don't get a chance to do that. So, I always like to have a cocktail and break bread with my friends. I'm having a drink. What are you drinking on? What's your drink of choice?
Just Canadian mist whiskey, some Canadian whiskey.
Canadian whiskey? Oh yeah,
Canadian
did you
whiskey.
get in Canada? What you get? Where you get it from? Benny's or?
Well, no, I just gotta. As you see, I have a lot of liquor in the house. Just
Yo, yes, sir.
yeah, I
Yes, sir.
keep my little bar stocked up. Just cause
Yes.
you coming in, you never know who's coming with you. I'm a single guy, live like a
Yes,
bachelor.
I see that. I see that. I want to get into that later with you. My drink is I'm drinking because it's my first show and I got my boy on, so I'm pulling out the good stuff. This right
Ooh,
here.
you got to get that on the cruise line.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Legal.
You can't get this anywhere, my man. Pure white Hennessy, only on the islands, my man.
Right.
And so
You
I
gonna knock my bottle down and shit. You gonna disrespect
listen.
my liquor.
I ain't trying to outdo you. I ain't trying to outdo you.
You did it though.
I'm just trying to show you love.
It's
That's
your show.
love. Like if I
Yeah,
ain't
yeah.
somebody
Next
I
time,
like,
tell people come correct. Tell them, hey, come with your best combination, and
listen,
then don't just have
hey
it just
man.
drinking.
I got it. People know me that I like to have a good cocktail. So
You know this.
I,
You're right. I should. Yeah, I just.
like if you don't know that about me, man, I feel like we shouldn't even be here.
That's true. That is true. Because I was trying to drink something mixed. You're like, what are you doing? You better drink this shit straight. And I was like,
Yeah, that I don't. Yeah, man,
right,
I don't.
that's not adult life.
That's how I try to weed people. There's a few ways I weed people out my life, and that's one of them. If you getting top shelf liquor and you mixing it with orange juice or like Diet Coke, like I don't want you in my life because that just shows that you don't know how to live your life to the fullest. So when you and I drink, I'll get the first couple of rounds, but you gotta drink it properly. I think that's fair. Where you at? You in the
That's
crib?
very
You just
fair.
walking around?
Yeah, I'm at the crib. I was trying to find my weed that I had. I put it down somewhere, and I put it next to me. That's what I did.
Oh well, there you have. We all, hey man, we all got our ways of celebrating happy hour. I love it. Fire
Yeah,
it up.
a shot of whiskey and a puff of the blunt is mine. Wait.
I love it. Hey man, so uh, it's been 60 days since I've been on stage live, roughly. What about you? How long has it been?
It's been about that. I think I did the last show like that Sunday before they shut everything down. I
Yeah.
remember being nervous about doing the show because they had already gave a warning about crowds.
Where were
But
you at? Where were you at?
we was in Harvey. I called myself. Well, I didn't call myself. I was in the process of opening up a regular venue where we were gonna like have an online comedy club and just rent out venues. So we had a venue called Gloria Taylor Center that seated 1,000 people, and we would have half of the seats in there, and the other half would be like a marketplace in the back with people selling stuff. But our
Yeah.
numbers was good. We was doing 300-400 people every show, and we started with 2 shows. Then we was down to 1 show, but we was kind of consistently had every month mapped out all the way up until September, where we would go every week. So it was the best show I've had all year. I think everybody kind of knew it was our
So
last
your
night.
last show was the best show you had for the year.
The best show.
That's a good way to go out.
Yeah. When I went on stage, I wish I would have recorded it because everybody had the same energy. We knew it was our last night out, and I let all the comics go as long as they wanted to go. But I limited the show. I only had the 3 people booked, and it was just one of them shows. Everybody was in there. We was talking about the coronavirus. We was talking about changing and things happening, and it was weird. This how loose the audience was. After the show was so good. A young lady from the crowd kissed me in the mouth when I walked into the car.
Really?
I didn't even know her.
Was she a dime?
She was really pretty, but she was trying to kill me. What the fuck? I don't know you. The coronavirus. How you just? I get it. It was a good time. If I'd have known what I knew now, we would have been. I would have shoved her away from me or something. But at the time, I just like, I guess we gonna die together. What the hell?
Isn't that the same philosophy of like if you got a somebody that's beautiful and you feel like it's a one shot deal, but you don't have a condom, you have to make that decision.
Kind of, sort of. Yeah.
Right? It's the same thing. Right? The condom might be a slower, longer death, but
Well,
without it,
well, you know, if it just if I died on pussy, I'd be like, you know what? It was good pussy. I died, but a kiss killed me. I'd be pissed. Like I just got a kiss and I'm dying. Like, come on, man. Come,
so
let
she
me go
just,
hit it while she in the incubator or something. Come on.
you
I,
know,
I,
which brings me to the thing of like, how many times in your life have you been Me Too?
me too. I did have one situation in New York where a young
No,
lady.
I'm talking about you, where the woman was.
Oh,
Oh no, you like we not you. I don't
all
want
the
to hear.
time.
You I don't
Regular.
wanna hear-
I was like, well, I had one situation where we was working and the chick was kind of weird about it, but she was trying to get money out of me. But anyway, me personally, the lady that kissed me that night, I didn't ask
That's
her to
what I'm
kiss me.
saying, right?
I didn't say nothing. I wasn't cool with it. She just did it. See, women assume that if I give you some pussy, it trumps everything. Like, you know, like I can grab your penis because I'm
Right.
gonna give you some pussy. You know what I
Dude,
mean?
I've had so many women yank on my dick just at a bar, and I'm like, whoa, 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 and then they get offended. Oh, you gay? What's going?
Yeah.
You gay? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? They'll tell their girls, girl, he gay as shit. This little gay boy. Like you don't even know what to do with this. Like it's crazy. It's
No, I'm in a committed relationship, ma'am, and I think it's disrespectful to ask my girlfriend's in the car. She's coming to whoop your ass. Yeah, it's normalized though. It's like it's certain outfits I know I wear, certain pants I know I wear. I know I'm gonna get grabbed on that night. You know, it feel like I just guess normalized. This is weird. I was just thinking I'm doing a comedy album now. My idea was let me not constantly keep being so respectable of women because the women I know so disrespectful. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like what's the point of living up to this ideology that's not even real? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's weird. It's weird. Like where in all the sex I've had in my life where I was, hey, do you mind if I put my mouth in your top part of your vagina? I mean, is it cool
Is
that
there a
I?
consent form in
Yeah,
your dresser drawer here that you can pull out that I can
yeah.
sign off on?
I know you already sucked my dick a couple times, but is it all right if I touch your
This
breast
right,
again for the
right.
30th time tonight? Can we? So it's and then I think the new generation they just kind of making up the rules and growing with it. Like I date a variety of women, right?
Yeah.
Variety. So the younger women are saying guys don't have that aggression and it's a turnoff. And the older women are kind of trying to now be like, yeah, respect me. Yeah, that's right. But they still, once you get past the bit, like the comfortable part of it, they still want you to be the old school savage guy. You know,
Yeah.
it's weird. It's conflicting. I don't think women really want an old school man like they be saying. They say
They
that,
don't.
but I don't really think they really want that. Like, you know, they're gonna pay all the bills. I don't know. Like I remember my granddaddy. My granddaddy was the nicest guy, but he was mean to the mother. My great granddaddy. He didn't say shit. He didn't talk. He wasn't all that. He worked, and then when he came in, we all had to be quiet till he sat down and ate. Then he heard everybody's problems, but he wasn't on none of that compassionate shit. He
So
wasn't
you
on no
say
crying shit. None of
so
that
you
shit.
saying this so you saying it's better to have somebody put something on a bill than pay it.
I don't pay bills, brother. That's not my philosophy.
That's
Not
not
at all.
you ain't even looking to put something on it.
I don't pay no grown person's bills at all. Hence
I
me
love it.
being single, hence me not having kids. And I've had woman after woman say, you know, you're going to always be by yourself. I said, well, then I will be.
Roll the
Crazy.
dice. Roll the
But
dice. I,
it's just what, like, as a man, if I told a woman, like, I'm trying to meet a woman that's going to pay on my bills and take care of me and put me in a house where I could be at home all day with the kids. If that sounds asinine to women, it should sound asinine to men too. That's all I'm saying.
that's true.
And
Look. You look like you got the perfect bachelor pad. You got your booze lined up. What is that? What is that? Poster? Oh, look at that.
Fight
Fight
Club.
Club. Yes, sir. I'm in
We,
the process of hooking my room up right now. If you can see, I got some dope art of myself because I'm a narcissist like that. I'm gonna hang up and get this room set off right. But you got there you go. Like
And
you
then, and
let
then I
people
got
know.
then I
Well,
got
look at
a
that.
man. Then this is an artist from Chicago named Skills Hudson. This is the
Yeah.
galaxy protecting the woman supposedly, and it's supposed to be the galaxy of the black man. Is how
You
he
say
explains.
supposedly like you don't believe it.
Well, first of all, any black man in my house without his face, I think he up to something. I don't know. I don't really trust the man. This light skinned woman, I pretty much like my women dark skinned.
Do you know that subconsciously you were saying to that woman that's in your bachelor pad that don't trust me? Because look, you got a picture of a black face that you can't see and you showcasing it. Can't like a woman be like, what's all of that? And then you explain that, she gonna be like, well, why should I trust you? If you
No,
got
she can trust me because these are the police lights. When it was about to go down, the lights came on and shut the whole scene down.
and then the white chick got to do in a stranglehold, not letting them get away.
Yeah. That's all she said. I'm sorry, baby. I didn't know that the police was coming, and she trying to make up now. It's too late.
She looked low level like
coming.
She looked low level like the Silver Surfer from here.
Well, I would say Silver Surfer, but her titties out. See those right there? I was telling them I was worried about the manly face she had too. I didn't really like how
there
her
we
face
go.
was. It was kind of
the female Silver Surfer.
Yeah.
The female Silver Surfer. I dig it, man. I dig it. So what have you been doing any Zoom shows? Any social online shows?
I did one Zoom show and it was like I knew it was scheduled, but as you see with schedules, I'm a little off sometimes. So they called me in the middle when I was out working and driving and shit, because I be doing other little hustle jobs. And it was all right. I should have prepared way more, but I didn't. And I've been
You were off the cuffs. You're off the cuffs kind of guy though.
Yeah, I am, but I'm trying to work on that. It's like, how you good writing and I'm good off the cuff, but I'm realizing that maturity is being prepared. And if you got to freestyle, but not just saying, I just figure it out when I get there. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like I'm working on that.
Well, like, have you been motivated? Because, like, for me, dude, it's hard for me to sit down and want to write a joke these days, especially because for one, I'm alive, but I don't feel like I'm actually living. Like, I ain't going out and living, because I'm alive, thank God, but I ain't living. So it's hard for me to create content if I ain't living. And I'm not motivated to write quarantine and coronavirus jokes. Everybody and their mama is gonna have a quarantine coronavirus joke, and you better have the most outlandish take out there for it to be funny. So I don't even think like that. Have you been able to sit down and create new content, stand-up wise?
I have been socializing, and my friends around me, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Some of my friends use me for comedy. Real personal relationships. They call me and just try to start a conversation and see how I go with it. And then at first I thought I'd be sad, or I'd be telling them that I'm sad. Meanwhile, they laughing. So I'm like, okay, let me just write this shit down, because this is how I feel. I wasn't trying to be funny, you know what I'm saying? I'm really pissed. But you know how you pissed as a comic and you saying shit, but
man,
laughing hysterically.
Your brain just never shut off that way. But you're a naturally funny dude though. So so even in your conversation, like now, like, we just start chatting and it's already like great stuff. It's already great content. That's just who you are. You gotta thank me. I didn't put that in you.
But you made the call. But that's what I'm learning about this whole thing. Even in the worst case scenarios, even if it was a shootout in here, even if I got stabbed in the process of trying to have a $40 hooker, because that's why I don't get $40 hookers, I would probably be still cracking jokes somewhere in there on the way to the hospital. It's just, it's a weird thing to learn about yourself, but it's also like, it's good to be in such a state of mind, but still people laughing at you. So for me, that was a realization, because nobody been in this. It's never been as dark for anybody. I think us comics, we take it the worst, because it's like our careers are, I plan to do this. We're not talking about next year. We're talking about next month. We're talking about December.
But that's because what we do is a luxury. Like, everybody's like, you need to laugh. But in the end, it's a stand-up comedy is a luxury. So even when they bring everything back, we ain't gonna be the first ones that they're gonna be looking to jumpstart. you know, we like low on the totem pole to get things. People in restaurants, bars, all these other
Well,
things. But
it's a
stand-up
couple
comedy,
things. It's a couple things got working for us. It generates a lot of money. So on that note, they have to get it. I was just watching because I watch world news. I'm a weirdo. You'd be shocked how smart TV I watch. But over in Wuhan, that's what they saying they're having a problem with entertainment sector. Opening up entertainment has been difficult because as soon as they try, even with 50 people, they get a cluster. You know, so on that note, yeah, but I'm not thinking about things have to change forever. So in my man, I got to do something else. I can't just bank on that. And I just started yesterday, went to the studio to start working out doing audio albums. It's actually very, I mean, like a real,
like stand up, like or hip hop. What are you doing?
Well, I'm gonna do a combination of everything. Today I've been looking up beats, and it's been very like I haven't been consumed by anything art wise in a while since it started. But I've been looking up beats to, for them to sample. And that's just been like, woo, then the ideas start coming. Then how I want the album to sound. And then me talking to people about often do an album and, just hearing the different stories. Or even like people telling me, please don't rap.
Why don't you find a beat for this show?
A beat?
Why don't you find a beat so I can use it as an opening for this show?
Man, I was thinking like once I get beats, I was gonna start sending them out to other comics so we can be rappers and live our rap dreams.
Okay.
You know you want to do it.
For now.
You know you want to do it. You know that sounds good.
Okay, Mr. Ambitious. Yeah. For now, I would take a beat for opening for the happy hour with Kevin Bozeman. Can you find me a beat?
I will. I'm going to the studio tonight.
And then we will bust out our freestyles and all the lyrics.
See, I knew you wanted it.
Everybody has. Everybody's got them. Okay.
Yeah.
Every joke book that you got started out with rap lyrics. We all got them. We all got them.
Yeah. I forgot my rap name, but I know I tried to be a rapper for like about a month or two.
Yeah,
and, the guys that were so good that I was around, they were just so creative, man. In high school, the little table of guys, I just knew this guy named Keith. I never heard nobody rapping that good. Even to this day, I heard nobody use metaphors in that way.
The problem,
but yeah, all of us want to be rappers.
The problem is there's no successful dude on a planet named Keith. Name me one. Go.
I want to say Keith Washington, only because he did Martin. I wouldn't have known if he didn't do Martin at all. If he didn't do Martin, I would have never known who Keith Washington was.
He was a sidekick. Sidekick at best. He wasn't gonna go out and do his own. Yeah. Somebody carried him along. Bring me one. You name me one Keith. You name me one Keith that's out there killing it.
Yeah, you heard of did it go crazy? Yeah.
Right? Oh, Keith Sweat. Keith Sweat. It took you 5 minutes.
Yeah,
but Keith. But that's not been a proper name because his songs sweat.
It's in the middle because his voice irritates. He
couldn't sustain. He had one album and then one song and then that was it.
Yeah.
You ain't looking for the best of Keith Sweat.
I have never did it to a Keith Sweat song. I'm sorry to say. I just know.
What I'm saying, dude.
He just popped up in my head.
If your name is Keith, then you are under the gun.
I wouldn't want to have Keith Sweat's career either. I think that little weird voice is just irritating. I wouldn't.
Yeah, dude. He was like
down.
He was a dude. I bet you sound good in the studio, but live, you're like, what the? What are we listening to, dude?
Who gave this end contract?
Get off the stage, Keith.
This is invoice big and my lady for stuff.
So, and let me say this: one of the I don't have a Facebook app, like, because it's Facebook is there's nothing positive going on Facebook. But I'm gonna tell you, like when I am on Facebook, I always look for you, Janelle James, and T. Mirth posts. Like y'all the only three that because you have such a ferocity on you be on there attacking. You're not posting, I went to the store, they was out of bread, there's some bullshit. You go at it. I'm gonna pull up one that I get it. I just got a kick out of. I'm gonna share this with you.
Please,
We can
because
talk about this. We can talk about.
I'm so happy you're doing that because I actually had a woman I was dating leave me alone because she hated my Facebook posts. She just said it out of nowhere, like, I hate your Facebook posts. I hate them.
Yeah, listen, your Facebook posts aren't for everyone. That is for sure. Here's this one. I got a kick out of this one. Uh, these are my. These are my. Oh, let me close that out. I don't even know. Yeah, there you go. These are my social dating profile pictures. Here's my status. Negative for coronavirus, but positively a good time. Will we match up? And why wouldn't we? Ladies, I don't know if I'm fuckable, marriage material, or friend zone. Been a while. And he's got these goofy ass pics. It's just stuff like that. It's so real, dude. It's so fun. It's almost like these are the things that's on your mind and you post them. How much time you put into creating your Facebook post? Like, do you think about it or you just post?
Well, yeah, sometimes I work. Well, I take 2 days off a week to do stand up. Like now, so when I wake up in the morning at 5 or 6, that's my time to wake up.
Whoa! You wake up at 5 or 6 daily?
Every morning.
To go to be on the hustle to work or just to wake up?
Whatever I'm gonna do that morning. Sometimes it's the hustle. Every morning is something different. Like one day is if I got a little job hustle, then if I got comedy, or if I gotta do something for like my family and shit with my dog, something like that. So every day is something different. But I be up early. I've been up early. My granddaddy was a postman, and I used to be up with him when he would get ready for work. I don't know why, but my whole life I always used to watch him get ready for work and eat terrible oatmeal. So yeah. So it's just if I go to bed at 2 a.m., I still get up at 4, 5 in the morning, 6. It's weird, but yeah. So
no naps?
Yeah, I definitely take my naps. I'm a napper. I will nap in the middle of a roller coaster ride. Yeah, yeah. But if I was getting up in the mornings with the sun, but I go through a series of different ones, and I try to make them all different. And whichever one people respond to, they respond to the ignorant shit. Like I post nice, respectable stuff,
but nobody want no part of that.
No likes, no nothing. But when I post,
you got 12 likes in a comment.
Man, not even that. It just really be 2 or 3. And I know people read them because when they see me, they like, that motherfucker comment the other day. But they just like, when you post it, I realize now you post it, you got to take that from everybody that saw it too. So people don't want to argue with me because they know I'm going to argue and be ferocious about whatever I say.
You don't just post and leave it. You post and you are ready for battle. You got your armor on. You've been posting political stuff lately.
It's always been really big political. If you kept up with me, I started with arguing about Rahm Emanuel and Barack Obama. That's what started me in the conversations. I had started a business program, and I thought it was an amazing program. Like it was called Sunshine Institute. Right around the corner from my house, I'm in the hood on 6th and King Drive, very bad neighborhood. And they got this real big facility with computers and all that in it. So when I go there, it was just a business class I saw online. I just paid for it, bought one for my little lady friend, and I just was trying to get my business together. So I go in there, and it's Rahm Emanuel, and it's Barack Obama funded, and then they got a bigger facility on the west side. So for me, it was just like, why aren't people clowning these people? But my neighborhood clearly changed. They used to shoot. They're not shooting as much as they was. They trying. A friend of mine owned property in the neighborhood, and her property value is up $200,000.
Whoa.
Well, yeah. So we get our black heroes doing stuff. Like, why we gotta die? Like, y'all can die for the BDs and the GDs and Larry Hoover and all that. But this man, y'all can't even just be nice to. Y'all can just hold him down. So it started with that because people were always throwing bad information at me. And I was like, no, I got the facts. I went to the school. I saw his picture up. They showed me where the grant come from, a program we started. So since then, I just been if I feel it's right, I'm going to say it.
Right. You also have some comments about Cosby.
Yeah.
I feel like that's where you lost a lot of your dates.
that and I had this young lady who, that's what I was going to say too, who really went after me. Called the
went after you.
Huh?
She was posting you. She was trying to get you kicked off.
Yeah,
everything.
took snapshots of my posts, put them in an email, sent it to all the comedy clubs in the city.
Yep.
And that was because I was supporting R. Kelly and Bill Cosby. Now, my whole thing in supporting R. Kelly was they had a song called Age Ain't Nothing But a Number around the time when all this stuff happened. And society was working that way. And when I went to prom, it was a lot of guys in there that had younger girls. Now, I understand to villainize it, but like my grandma said, they're going to have to go in there and lock my granddaddy up because there was a time when he went and met her when she was 16 and put her in a house and had kids with her. So it's like, I get it and I understand, but I was there and I saw the girls getting dressed up, getting fake IDs, going to parties. I was at prom when 20 grown men were at my prom and the teachers was there and it was normal. You know what I mean? So it's like, right. I don't want to villainize a man to throw everything away. A lot of things with the Bill Cosby and R. Kelly, I realized that I read rock and roll stories. I see rock and roll movies, far further crazier stories, but they want to make us the face of those images.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I felt that you'll feel it too. When you go on tour, you're in a room full of white women, and y'all after the fact, and now it's like they giggling about drinks or putting shit in your drink or whatever. It's a real effect on black men. And I was just trying to say that where do we draw the line? Because both of the cases were absolutely insane. So you mean to tell me if I bring some tapes to the court and say this nigga, I had these tapes for 11 years, I didn't have child pornography? Shouldn't I go to jail for child pornography for 11 years? It's crazy, man. It's just like, it's clearly a setup on both cases. They clearly targeting these men. And you clearly during that time can target any man that came out of that time that may have had money or shit together a certain kind of way that was out dating around, you know? And I don't deal with young women. It's not a young woman in my history at all. But I wasn't 25 at that time. You know what I'm saying?
No young girls in your profile?
Yeah, I'm a kind of a gold digger, as they say, or gold digger, as the women call it now. Yeah. So I like very smart women. I just like very smart women. Very smart women. Doctorates, business analysts, people.
They're not necessarily smart women, accomplished women.
Well, it's smart. It's not because I don't want to seem like I'm about the money because they don't get no.
No. I don't mean by that. Hold on for a second. But I just want to make sure that you're not calling all young women dumb, but you want them to prove themselves, and having a doctorate and older and shows that they're accomplished.
No, because I date young women too. As I said, they just have to be able to carry long conversations about things that are gratifying to me and the conversation. And you can tell it apart. There are very, very mature women, I think in all spaces, but I date some young women that were really smart. And after you date them for years and years, you see like, wow, I can't believe I was so right about her being as smart as she is. You just see it in their professional life and decisions they make with their vagina. And
the way you're talking now is the same way I feel your stand-up is too. It is. It's very real. It's very right. It's very real. You about it. You like when you speak on stage, it's like who you are. I always feel like those are the best comics anyway. Those people that's like, I knew this, I'm that, and then you walk on stage, you're like, you ain't that, you ain't this. you live it. That's what's make it great. Have you ever you tour with some of the dopest ones out there, you know? I saw you out there with Hannibal, Little Rail, and
D-Ray,
Dion, and Damon, like
Food Cat. Yeah, I've had a pretty
quiet Joe Hustler, baby.
Yeah, it's been pretty good. And I probably would have did more touring if I didn't throw so many shows on my own. I think maybe when the entry comes back, I'm gonna really promote my comedy a lot more.
Why wouldn't you throw hold on, why wouldn't you go out on your own? You don't want to be
well, I'm not saying go out on my own. I mean, as in I produce like local shows on my own, and that keeps me here. Like with me opening a spot that I was gonna do once a month, I have to be here to once a month to make it work. So if somebody else booked me on that date, I turn down a lot of dates because I'm throwing my own shows. So now I'm trying to make sure that when I work on it this time around, that I have replacements that can, do the work when I ain't there, or just I got a good infrastructure built up. But I can't just stay here doing shows.
You gotta get yourself a really good production assistant.
Oh my God, I've tried and tried.
You said I love how you put your head down like, oh, no, not production assistant. You didn't
No,
tell me
they
you
be
were going to talk
cool.
about that.
I do things my way. I think people, I'm very, very nice, but I'm also a very aggressive business person too. So it's when people see me knowing what I'm talking about and aggressively pushing an agenda, a lot of people, it's hard for them to take me serious.
Right.
So a lot of situations don't work out because we drinking or we smoking weed and we in a work environment. But I'm on point. I understand exactly how I want things to be. I want to start on time. I want this to be like that. I want, and then the show be there, the money be there. It works out. So it's crazy how people don't believe it until they see it. And then they want to be all serious. But now I'm like, well, I'm good. You know what I mean? I realized I did it by myself.
Yeah.
So I don't really, really need you. But that's also painting myself in the corner because I'm working by myself and you need a team. So it's weird.
For sure. You ever thought about moving?
Several times.
By the way, Meechie, for everybody out there, Meechie is born and bred Chi-Town. Bleeds it.
Mm-hmm.
Bleeds it, Southside, Chicago.
Bleeds it. Well,
you thought about leaving?
Yeah, no. The reason I'm here because I still got my granny and my grandfather around, and I take care of them. Like I go over there several times a week. We have some family problems where if I leave town, things get a little crazy. I got some jokes about it, but I don't want to just put it on blast right now.
Yeah, for sure. So you need a production assistant at home too.
Yeah. Well, me and my granddaddy got our ass whooped in a fight together, and that's what happened. We got beat the fuck up.
You and your granddaddy got beat down?
Yeah, man. We tried to. Yeah.
I don't mean to laugh.
We tried to get my brother to go to rehab, and
oh, no.
he loved the drugs more than he loved the family. So we had to take that loss as a family. Me and my granddaddy. We didn't know it was like that. We didn't know he was high doing the intervention. So he took both our ass.
Y'all took 2 L's.
We took an L. My granddaddy OG though, but he just can't help no more like he used to. You know what I mean? He's old as hell, so his punches is not working. So and we talk about a cocaine fight. So he wasn't feeling none of my punches either. So we just look, we was at the bottom of the ass whooping. I wish I look the first thing I was picking it up. So the last audition I had for TV, right? They was like, look, man, you like Mary Lindsay had put me to the side, hey, you're better than that. You don't have to write jokes like that about your family being that ignorant. Like, I know you don't come from a family like that. You don't live like that. You're better than that. And I was so insulted because she didn't know I just got my ass whooped.
See, that's what I'm.
Got our ass whooped together.
Listen, man, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying about you, dude. Like I'm not saying I'm a talent scout, but I can see when I see real shit. And that's, oh my God, that's great. That's hilarious. So you ain't going nowhere. Have you
I ain't no rush.
Has the Last Dance been calming you down? You been watching that?
I ain't watched it.
You're not a Bulls fan or a Chicago sports fan like that?
LeBron got me, man. It's like I watch it when I watch it. You know what I mean? I get around to it, you know.
But you team LeBron?
Team LeBron, brother. I'm sorry, man. His shoes are better. He done more for the community. He's just a nicer person. I just,
He is definitely a nicer person.
Yeah, and I get Mike. I get it, man, and I understand that he had to be how he had to be where he at. I just think LeBron had such a disadvantage in all his situations.
How so?
With Cleveland, them going to the finals every time. Even if they didn't win, they went to the finals just off him. Look at the team of fucking has-beens and horrible ass niggas he had.
That was only one time, and they got swept.
But getting there, it's like Allen Iverson.
I'm saying they got to the finals one time when he didn't have nobody and got swept. The other
didn't
he
go to the conference finals consecutively for like 5 years or something with different teams or some shit like that?
Oh, he went to the finals 8 straight years. You can't.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I know a couple years he had Wade and Bosh. Other than that, it's
a couple of years.
Yeah.
Listen. I'm not gonna crush you on this because I got nothing but love for you, and your knowledge on it is like, yeah,
My knowledge is terrible.
you got it on the fence. I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna say this though. This is the beauty of doing a show with me, is that I know nothing. I know nothing about editing or computer and stuff. So the shit you say is the shit that's gonna be on there.
Hey man, let
So
it ride.
it's out. It's
I'm a
out
team
there.
LeBron.
It's
I'm
out
team
there
LeBron.
to Chicago that you team LeBron. But I will put out there for you that just what you told me shows that you really don't know what's going on. You just kind of like half
No.
in, half out.
So let me
You
give
half
you a little more
in, half
perspective.
out. So I'm gonna let
Let me
that
give you a
go.
little more perspective. All right.
All right, go
So
ahead.
I never seen Michael Jordan play live. That's one thing that probably definitely changed it up. When I saw LeBron James play live in Cleveland, the year he came back, I just was breathtaking. Everything he did was just like
amazing.
How fast he got to the court, how far he jumped, how bigger he was of everybody, and he just happened to have a phenomenal game. And since then, I just haven't been able to get over it. As in, like, I don't care what y'all say. The motherfucker jumped from the free throw line with 3 niggas leaning on his back, and he still dunked on the shit.
That is, yeah.
Yes, it was so seeing that just as like, and then when it comes down to if Michael Jordan and LeBron James had a game one-on-one, I dare not to say, okay, all right, come on, he's way too big, too athletic.
That's not true. Listen, I'll say this. No, he wouldn't be Jordan one-on-one. But I'll say this. I normally don't care about those things because I always say like the game ain't one-on-one. You know what I'm saying? The game ain't ever one-on-one. It's
I
5
got
on
my
5. It's
money
a team
on
sport.
LB.
Listen, man. Once again, I ain't gonna tear you apart. You keep trying to push me to tear you apart, but you my guest. You are my guest.
But let me tell you
You are
another
my
thing.
friend, and I am drinking with you. And you trying to push my buttons, but I ain't gonna let you do it.
I'm pushing.
Go
And
ahead.
then he got
Have
a
your
film
moment.
company. His film company was good. They had a little project they put out with Mike Epps in it. It was hilarious. Michael Jordan ain't got no film company and nothing. He ain't putting out no Michael Jordan cartoons. Come on, man. LB, man.
They did have a
LB
Jordan
great.
cartoon. I think they did have a Jordan cartoon. Maybe
It was terrible.
Cartoon.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Like his baseball career.
No, I love it. I always tell people this. Like I will fight you to the death if you tell me LeBron James ain't in the top 5 ever. And I'll also fight you to the death if you tell me LeBron James is the greatest player ever. I'm that dude. Like, I can love LeBron James, but also know he ain't certain dudes.
Don't say that shit no more. You hear me? Don't say that shit no more, Kev. All right? You hear me? Don't you say that shit no more. Greatest player. We're just gonna go say ever because of the Martin Luther King vibes he got. All right? Just because of the Martin Luther King he got in his basketball. That's all I'm saying.
Let me just say this. Let me say this about what the fact that LeBron James is speaking up on behalf of us is fantastic. But I'm gonna say this. Don't get it twisted like he's speaking up for us like he in the 60s. LeBron James ain't in no danger of losing nothing. He is risking nothing. Like he's speaking up. He is losing. Like the NBA is still like, whatever you say, LeBron. Nike's like, we got your back, LeBron.
I got you, man. I got you.
It's great that he's speaking up. You can't put a price tag on that.
Finished?
But he is losing nothing.
Are you finished? Let me tell you, what about little boy tears in Cleveland, okay? What about all the little kids that they can't afford and all this, and they see LeBron James, and they got tears in his eyes. You know what he got? He got their hearts in his back when he dunking. Okay, all the little poor kids in Cleveland. He's holding Cleveland down.
Listen,
so this was amazing.
For the record, I am talking to my friend who is drunk and high, and I just right. Yes,
let me tell you about Cleveland. Cleveland is the poorest place in America.
Cleveland is better than Detroit.
Cleveland is the poor. I've never seen
Cleveland is low level, fun to hang out at. How many times you hung out in Cleveland? Cleveland is one of my underrated. I would never want to live there because their love for corned beef. Their love for corned beef is weird.
The nigga level is too high there for me. I know that sounds very offensive, but the black is too high. Like I had a black housekeeper and some shit came up missing, and they didn't even want to like do lost or found, and then they was like, I don't know what you're gonna do, fam. And that was their professional answer. So it's like when it comes to that level of blackness together,
you got an email to say, I don't know what you're gonna do, fam.
yeah, that's you know what I'm saying. Like I called around and it's like I'm cool with the housekeeper. Are you snitching about your shoes coming up missing? Yes, they my shoes. They missing. Well, I don't know what the fuck you gonna do about it. What you gonna do? And I really didn't have an answer to that because I'm used to, you know.
Listen, man. People get mad at me. People get mad at me because I grew up Jeffrey Manor, right off Stony Island. Went to CVS. And then I did a show for Dave Hellum, and it was just like South Loop. And I was like, sorry, this is as far south as I go these days. Everybody was like, man, what? And I was like, come on, dog. Let's, like, if it's a comedy show, I'll be there. But if you want me to come and just hang, no. Why?
No, you know, now
why?
I hang in the hood. I'm in the hood right now. My apartment is on 60th. In King Drive, I live ghetto. Every person I date know how to fight and stab and actually get out of jail. You got lawyers ready, so that's just my lifestyle.
I will come. It's like, Kev, I got something going on there. I will come there and do what I got to do. But if y'all like, it's an after party at such and such, deuces.
You never been to Francis on 75th?
Yes, I have.
Okay, well, as long as
but I'm just saying, I'm talking about on the reg. Like I make appearances.
Oh yeah, everything is an appearance for you in the hood. You don't just sit nowhere when people know you
That's
at.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I make appearances. I show. Yeah, what? Yeah, I be
when
there.
I leave the house, I go to 17 spots and for 10 minutes apiece, and that's my day. I never sit anywhere. It's always.
You tell people you gotta get up at 5 a.m. for no reason.
Keep it moving. Yeah. They gotta be like, well, yeah, he just there. I keep it moving. Because if I'm there, somebody might have heard this old beef I had back in the day, an ex-girlfriend or something. He at this club right here. Then all of a sudden something happened. Who knows? I just keep it moving. You don't get robbed out here. It's a real robbing city.
Wait, but check this out though. We was talking about cartoons. I know Tyson had a cartoon, and I don't know if you saw this. He is talking about coming back. Let me show you this.
Yes, terrifying. Please.
Let me show you.
Show now.
Tyson. I'm a soldier at war.
And Holyfield.
Holyfield talking about coming back?
That's who he fighting. They're doing Tyson Holyfield 3.
No, they're not doing Tyson Holyfield. They're talking about Tyson coming back.
Man, he got a bare fist fight he's supposed to have, and Holyfield just said he coming back. You got to Google it.
You think? Man. What you think?
I just when this came out, I looked up, I Googled everything. Tyson and Holyfield 3. That's they trying to get the buzz going on that to see how it go.
Listen, man. It's one thing to be punching when ain't nobody punching back, and that looked really good. That looked really good. And I know he's smoking some shit that you and I can only dream about coming across.
He got his mental health back, and I think he's more dangerous understanding what he want to do. And for him, I think a Holyfield 3, him going out on top, would be a life goal on some old man shit. And I'm scared of that.
But 53? Listen, okay, you run into that dude in a train station, you ain't gonna fuck with him. Right? Of course you ain't gonna fuck with him. But another professional fighter, a 28-year-old professional fighter is gonna lose to Tyson?
I think so. They lost to Foreman.
But Foreman was like, he had one of them superpowers where he had that fat where you could punch him in the stomach and he could take your fist and swallow it.
Look, I still don't think people have a defense for the fighting style that he mastered. I think people don't understand that kind of aggression. And mentally, if he understand what he's doing, even when I heard him talking about how to beat when Bronner just lost, he was telling them how you can beat the dude. I think that his maturity as him now, I think he's way better.
Okay, you talking like fruit mature. I'm talking like where the grape is now a raisin.
Mm-hmm.
That's over mature. That is no longer a fresh, sweet grape. I am telling you that Tyson, and nobody likes to say this, because who knows, like if this shit blows up, right? Let's say this blows up, and then I want Tyson on, and then he looks at this, and then I gotta I don't want to say too many bad things about that dude.
Mike, I was just come on, put the. Yeah, but really looking like you.
You demon child. You a demon child.
That's all I'm saying. No matter what.
Just saying. Yeah. I just listen. You, me, and your granddaddy clearly would lose to Tyson.
What? You throw my brother there too? We all lose.
Not if it's cocaine, brother. Shoot, give me a cocaine dude, and I'll take. I got.
Nigga, I'm not taking one of them ribs. He hit you in places you don't expect. Remember he said I'm gonna punch you in your spleen? I don't even know my spleen is.
I know, right?
He knows where your spleen is.
You like, is that my knee? Where's that at?
If I don't know where it's at. And I'm sitting there with my regular, so all the shit we was taught, he was taught how to counter that. So all the boxing moves, his style is counter destroy. What you gonna do to that? Destroy. Yeah, what I'm throwing a punch and he didn't hit my spleen, hit my ribs, and hit me in the face. Come on, man. I don't think nobody ready for that. Nobody had that kind of aggression since then. Nobody had that kind of power since then. And this whole new generation.
You think he could be a world champion again?
He definitely could beat the Bronze Bomber. Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
The white boy, I think the white boy would give him a problem. But why? I think Mike Tyson not being afraid of the white boy would because Bronner was scared of him. He was fighting scared. I think him having somebody close in like that and being so tall, it'd be a problem. But he punches hard and he is vicious, so that'd be a fight to see. But I wouldn't want to see that fight. I want to see him if he can take out Holyfield, and if he fought the Bronze Bomber, I would see that. Go out like a champion, man. You know.
I mean, his last few fights, you saying he wasn't right in the head. So you saying that you would take 30-something-year-old Tyson you take 53-year-old Tyson who's mentally right over 30-something-year-old Tyson who wasn't there.
You're old man. You know how it is.
I'm still peaking. I'm still peaking. You have not seen the best of me. I'm in my 40s still. I'm still peaking.
I get that.
I'm still peaking. Don't you make this about me, Meechie. Don't you make this about me.
Man. It's about that good old black man shit that we got. When you're 30, you was serious about something. But as a grown man, when you know it's legacy, when you know it's history, when you know your kids watching, when you know it's at stake, you got mortality in your mind, and he's not really fighting for the money. It's more of I'm Mike Tyson, I want to go out a certain kind of way. I think that's very dangerous with maturity and understanding. You know, like Holyfield's fight. He was fully in the praying and all the way focused, and he waited out to the last round and waited for that slip. You know what I'm saying?
Would you pay-per-view, Mike?
Hell, Tyson? What? Take the day off? Break up with somebody? Fuck yeah. A Tyson fight? I don't care if it's 35 seconds. Tyson fights is the best shit in the world. Come on, man. Everybody remember Tyson fights.
And we only know it's going 3 rounds either way.
Yeah. The girls are happy. We
only need to carve out a half hour in your night.
Right. The fight over. Let's go
have a show later.
Yeah. I hate long fights.
I do a set. Yeah. That's
cool. Yeah. I hate long fights. Long fights, you sitting there. People start getting bored. They start asking. Motherfuckers trying to get points. Tyson fight, your ass gotta sit there. You gotta watch every second. You gotta be on time. Shit. And then he win, and everybody be like, yeah. It'd be crazy. It kicked the party off. I remember that shit. That shit kicked the party off. And I wasn't even old enough to be there. I think I just was after motherfuckers.
God, that's great. That's great. Yeah, I mean, I would definitely pay for it. I'd definitely pay for it. Are you more UFC? You more UFC or
that
boxing?
Shit is too violent. Y'all are fucking maniacs watching this shit.
Right. I'll take boxing over UFC. I was in
that leg breaking shit. That's too much.
Listen, I'm not trying to make it whatever it is, but Hannibal used to be with, I don't know if he still is. He used to be the management of USC, was part of his management team. So him and I just happened to randomly be in Vegas together, and we went to a USC fight, and we was like right up front row. And man, like you said, like, those little kicks to the legs, you think they ain't doing shit. It's doing shit. You can just hear the whole stadium, like a kick your leg, be like, whack. and then you see like a red mark start. It'd be a really black dude, and a red mark would still show up on his calf, and dudes just start backing up for them leg kicks, and then there's just blood everywhere. And I'm like, what? What are we watching? What kind of animal have I become?
I can't watch it.
And not only that, dude, this was right after the Vegas massacre, right? So this
Oh,
was
the
right after the
shooting.
Vegas massacre. So they brought in people that survived like the shooting and brought them in as guests. I'm like, this is the last fucking thing they want to see, right?
Just
What
more violence and torture.
you running for your life, and they like, listen, man, we know you're going through some shit, but just we could bring you to this fight. How would
Watch
you
these people
feel
try
if
to
you
kill
get to
each
watch
other
two people
professionally.
kill each other? Would that make you
Professionally.
feel better? But no, the tickets are free. Oh my God, dude, it was brutal. Dude, it was brutal. It was
Yeah, I
brutal.
can't watch it. And then it's very fair, but there's never a champion because everybody loses. So I've watched some fights. Like I can watch the I think Jones. I like Jones because his brother from the hood, and he got caught with cocaine, which is always any kind of entertainer that I like. I don't do cocaine, but I like my entertainers to be high to the motherfucker for some reason. I don't know
You,
why.
you at the very least should be the last person to do cocaine with what you
No, I
go.
can't do no cocaine. I'm too much. I'm already. That's what people like. You want to do some X? I'm like, I'm already horny as fuck. Like, why would I do more on top of my regular self? I'll be in jail. Like, I'm already super on drugs just emotionally. I can't do no more. It's too much already. But
So,
yeah, that's my
so,
shit right there.
but last but not least, I gotta talk about this. Like, as two dudes that's been through some shit, be battling people on Facebook. You and I both do for different reasons. The Ahmaud Arbery, the jogger, and in Georgia, the guy shot and killed. To me, it's just another way that white people have found a way to kill black people. What's your thoughts on it? I want to pull up some video. They got him. The video of him. I don't even know if I should pull it up, but just like a point of
With the one
reference.
with when he walked inside the
Right, and they try to, but then they show like other times he walked in there too. So he
well,
walked in there three or four
it's
times.
really not an argument or even a debate. I just know I couldn't shoot white people in any kind of way or form. In any kind of way you try to rationalize it or normalize it, it just
Even if
is.
they was breaking in your crib, you couldn't
Yeah,
shoot.
you couldn't shoot them. Yeah, so it's like for them to say that we sitting there around the corner robbing, let's grab our guns and jump in the truck, and then they get to the place and say, well, if he don't stop when we tell him to stop, we get the right to shoot him. All that, the thought process, the idea of it, all that is absolutely insane when I'm living in a neighborhood where a lot of people get shot and killed all the time. So it's like, it's not like they shooting and killing and they got him on tape and they say, oh yeah, we know where he at. He not going to jail. If they find out or if they know they shooting and killing, they locking him up too, if not shooting and killing them. I just don't know how it got normalized to this point, but I guess I understand. What scares me about it is, and this is going to be crazy, all right? I'm going to say it because I've been thinking about saying it for a while. Donald Trump have pulled off the mask of all white people to me. Like the commitment to insanity, the reality of I don't care about people's lives, the understanding that I got this white blood that we've been fighting diseases in our bloodstream forever. We straight. Everybody else died because we beat off scarlet fever and the chicken pox. That's what we do. We white men. We got that blood. We got immunity. Fuck everybody else. All that shit is just kind of like, let's get dressed up and go to a lynching on Friday night. You know, let's get all the kids in clothes and let's go downtown and watch some niggas get hanged. The reality that was a reality 50, 60 years ago is like, is real. I'm really aware of it. Like I'm more aware of it, even more and more, and the way they handling things.
Here's the thing: that it's never left. It's just
It's
been
never left.
it's just been marinating in a stew, waiting for somebody to be like, "Is this
Whispering
dude
in the
ready?"
barbershop in the back of a taxi. These motherfuckers over here. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Talks when you come on, put your keys down in the bowl. 2 niggas today. But now
Yeah,
they confident.
and I held this for last is because there's like I got all sorts of fans of all different colors and like you know, and people come in and they watch this, and I feel like you killed it. That's why I wanted you first. You great interview and everything, hilarious, and everybody's laughing and feeling good. But you know, they get to go on and live their lives where you and I got a different reality. And so I don't give a fuck. You can have the time of your life and then see this and be pissed and uncomfortable. But this is shit we got to deal with. So, like, we can laugh about stand up and about Jordan and Kobe, Jordan and LeBron, and laugh about Tyson coming back and all these other things. But in reality, this is what the staring in our face is, that you and I can go out to a regular grocery store, and if someone deems us as
Whatever they decide.
whatever they decide, we are at their mercy, and we know that we will not get justice. At the very least, it's going to have to be forced. I mean, these dudes was running around the streets 2.5 months after they shot him. At least arrest them,
At
humor us.
least, and then they
Just
showing,
detain them.
and then they showing how they use their contacts and calls and made calls and got letters on their behalf. Like, I don't know anybody.
GoFundMe's, and they're backing them up. Like, it's just like, what do you mean go? Here's the thing about it. That dude was a police officer, so he knows that a citizen's arrest only means if you catch someone in the act of committing a crime. You can't see someone running down the street fast and be like, why is he running that fast? And then pull them over. A citizen's arrest means you got to catch somebody in the act of doing something, not you suspecting him. He's a former police officer, so he should know that. And still he did it, and still 2.5 months it took a public outcry for people to be like, all right, well, okay.
Okay, we see it as this
fine.
I feel him being an old police officer and his son kind of dealing in the same security kind of stuff or policing kind of stuff. They went over there, and as you see, he sat on the truck and the son went to confront him. Son got his ass whooped, and he wasn't expecting that. He thought it would go a certain kind of way, and it didn't.
You thought because you had a shotgun, you could pistol whip a dude.
Yeah. He thought they was going to be able to.
Same thing.
Just, let me show you how to deal with niggas, son. And they went over there and pulled that, and dude just put the hands on him, and it went too far.
Same thing Zimmerman did. Zimmerman saw a kid, decided that kid didn't belong in the hood, followed him, called the police. The police said, don't follow him. He continued to follow him, and then that kid jumped on him, whipped his ass, and that dude was like, I had no choice but to kill him.
Yeah, you're a gun owner. You know, you call the police to try to cover your ass because you want to shoot somebody. I go to the range, and I got a gun. You really want to shoot somebody. When you got a lot of bullets in a new gun, especially a new shotgun, you just want somebody to do the legal amount of stuff you can shoot them. You just want to, like, kick it off. How can I legally get my gun loaded and there and shoot somebody? You know what I mean? And it's no answer for black. There isn't a black answer at all. But white people, they got a white answer for it. And they been getting away with it. It just so happened to be the wrong timing. And it's been happening so much that the energy's off. And luckily, Jay-Z stepped up and got a real lawyer team on it. Because it's really a money thing. All the cases around the country, they do it because they know they can't afford a lawyer or to defend themselves. So we can do this.
Public defender went to Olive Harvey College trying to.
We got a union. And our union lawyer beef.
Right.
Oh yeah, that's what. But what I wanted to say though, in closing and everything, is that I went hard for the Bill Cosby thing, and I go hard for Black images, period, because a real story this year. I was in Canada touring with Hannibal, and I hung out with some girls afterwards. 2 women who we had in the middle of a casino at a public bar. And one woman on one side and one woman on the other side. And in laughing and having a great conversation, she laughing so hard, said, hey, you must have put some in my drink. You're funny as hell. And her friend's like, girl, why would you say something to him like that? Come on, he's a comic. You know how they do. And that was, I know she wouldn't say that to a white guy. It was more of you're a Black comic. You know how Black comics are.
Right.
But the imagery of what they're doing is so important, and they know it. And they trying to say any R&B singer definitely is a sexual pervert. any comedian with all this charm and personality, he definitely got to drug you and take advantage of you. But
Yeah.
like, as far as I know, that is not how it is, and not anywhere close. You damn near got to push drunk women off of you and protect yourself. But to walk into a scenario and any woman across the country at any bar can just accuse me of something and it really have real weight, it's terrifying and a real reality.
Happened to me once. This girl was drunk, and then she was just like, he's harassing me and hitting on me, and I had said nothing to her. And then the dude was like, I'm gonna kick you out if this happens again. I was like, dude, look at the videotape. I go, you don't even have to hear anything. Look at the videotape. You could see that I'm not even talking to her. She just decided that I bumped into her and I was harassing her, and you want to kick me out. I go, you got a video camera right there. Go look at it. And then he was like, no, I'll throw both of you out. And then there took two other dudes that was sitting there. It was like, he wasn't like two other white dudes, like, he wasn't even near them, dude. Fucking back off. And he was like, wow. But it takes all of that. All it takes is one person just be like, yo, what, fuck you. I'm having a bad, you out. I'm going to ruin your evening. And then that's it.
Ruin your life. It's absolutely terrifying. It could go further depending on the scenario. And it's like
that's what I'm saying.
You're guilty regardless of what happened.
Dead, anywhere. Beat the fuck up in the alley.
It's terrifying. So that's what I thought about that thing on Facebook. And I think people really didn't read the court files of what actually really happened with her coming to his house, asking for drugs, her lying about it, them throwing the first case out because she lied so much, her dealing with him a year after getting money from him, bringing her parents to his show. And
about Cosby.
Yeah, the Cosby thing. So it's like, with all the facts that people know and it being open information, but they still saying, he did it. And then even this is the psychology of it that really fucked me up. These 50 women pressed charges knowing that they was past the statute of limitations. So they did it knowing there was nothing gonna come out of it but a big smear campaign. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, in my just understanding and going into that.
That's why they were only able to have two actually have it, because everybody
one.
The one, okay.
The one woman, and they pushed the case up because it was the statute of limitation date was coming, so they pushed it up to run. And the new district attorney ran at the end of his speech. He said, "And we're gonna lock Bill Cosby up," and the crowd cheered. So he ran off of locking Bill Cosby up, and the district attorney before that sealed the case because it was so stupid. He was like, this is clearly her trying to hustle. She lied so many times. She didn't know he had evidence. She didn't know he had text messages. She thought he just was an old man, but this is Bill Cosby. He had all this information to save himself or prove his point of the story. So they threw the first case out. They sealed it. And that's why he was so honest when he gave his information to the judge. And he didn't really say nothing besides, I gave women Quaaludes back in the day. But that was back in the day. That's what you did. So when they tried the case again, they coached her to lie right. And then they brought up the smear campaign, and they had some of them women testify. And then that's how they got them locked up. But it wasn't an easy feat. They had to really manipulate the law and do the smear campaign, create all this energy, and then he didn't have a choice. But it really, to me, like he said, I feel that he definitely is a black political prisoner. I seriously feel that way.
I know you do. I know you do. Listen, I don't agree with you, but I definitely respect your opinion.
I want to hear the other side of not agreeing. I really do.
Well, that's for another hour. For real.
Well, you got 10 minutes, I think. Well, it's your show. How about that? Shit, you don't edit. Fuck it. We drinking. It's a good conversation. It's a great conversation. They laughed. They had a good time. Let's get two brains have a real debate where we respect each other as friends.
Yes.
But at least two black men gonna have an understanding of what the fuck they do to Bill Cosby.
Right. Here's my general take. Everything you say, I don't disagree with. I just got a general take on people in general. Like, it's the same thing that I have with Trump. It's the same thing I say. I don't care whatever it is you perceive as good. If my radars go off as you being a piece of shit, it's just a piece of shit to me. Like, Cosby did amazing things for us. I mean, off the charts amazing. But to me, you're just going, yeah, I gave bitches quaaludes and that's what I did that's what you do back then. Ain't a good enough answer for me. Also the same, and I'm consistent with that. It's the same thing. Like Lance Armstrong did a lot of amazing shit for cancer patients, but that dude was a cheat and he ruined people's lives because he didn't want to be caught. I don't give a fuck how well he did. That dude's a piece of shit. And you could tell me whatever Trump did do you think he did for the economy, this and that? That dude's a piece of shit. And I've heard comic friends tell me stories about the way Cosby was and about the way he treated people. And it's just like, yo, dude, some people like to do good shit because it makes them feel better. But deep down in them, they got holes in their soul. And I feel that way about Cosby, even though I agree with everything you say. And I also agree if it was a white dude, he'd be doing another Cosby show, wouldn't be putting shit in his eye to make it seem like he was blind. He would be doing...
The man was blind. Look, I'm gonna go even further. It's gonna even fuck you all the way up, okay?
He would be doing stick that in my eye,
look. Let's just
Harvey
be real.
Weinstein showed up, just like Harvey Weinstein showed up in a stroller, like because he couldn't walk anymore. Like, listen, I get that part. Like, I agree.
Do you?
If Bill Cosby was white, he'd be scot-free. But if you tell
Hugh Hefner status.
Right. If you tell me, if you put a gun in my head and was like, has Bill Cosby ever raped anyone? Yes or no? That's an easy answer for me. And if my head get blown off, then so be it. But everything you said is correct. It's just a matter, like it's that whole thing of we as black people, we got to fight two battles. One is, we got to protect ourselves against white people. But then the other thing is, if we don't hold ourselves accountable, we keep treading water. So we got to do both. We got to be like, yo, dog, that's bullshit.
That's my point.
We got to be like, come on, man, dog, we trying to come up and you stepping on our neck. Like,
that is my point exactly. That's my point. I'm finna tell you my point because I'm from the hood and I'm finna put this same story in hood context. Okay, everybody.
I'm from the hood too, so
I get it. That's why I'm finna hold you accountable. That's why I'm gonna tell you. That's why I'm gonna tell you how I feel. Okay, everybody know granddaddy's in the hood. Check day. All right.
Yep.
All right. Let's say it's check day, right?
Yep.
Your grandma in the house cooking. Your granddaddy in the garage.
Yep.
Young New Hype. You know how Young New Hype just now started Smoke Rocks. Still fine. She in the garage with your granddaddy with her shirt off on check day. Who you get mad at? Get your hype ass away from my granddaddy on check day. Goddamn, you know he old, no goddamn, but he ain't seen no titties in a long time. You get your hype ass away from my granddaddy.
Okay, but then hold on. You better finish this off strong because it sounds like you're going into my trap. Keep going.
No, I'm going into your trap. Granddaddy just wanted to rub some titties and give a little young lady some money, and he did that, and that's what it was. And let's be real. Back in the 60s and 70s, everybody was getting raped. Let's just keep it 1,000. Okay? If we did an ID check at Hugh Hefner's house, come on. Let's be for real. And then by the standards of rape, in today's term, any woman under the influence of any drug and you're having sex with is technically taking advantage of her. So these whole sex parties, everybody was raped. These whole actors, everybody was raped. So if you take one person out of that time period and say, I'm gonna press all our normal norms on you and everybody else is free, Sammy Davis Jr., I'm sure, was your boing without, you know what I'm saying? Frank,
I don't listen. I won't go and name drop, but I would gather that a lot of famous people have at least done something similar to Cosby. There is zero argument there. But the reality of it is, if we, protected the black image, he did it to black women too. Cosby's Quaaludes saw no color.
Well, if you look at the case,
college favorites was
he sued a lot of
chocolate
chicks
pudding,
afterwards.
vanilla pudding, Swiss Miss,
I give you that.
Sweet pudding showed no color.
Hey, by the legal terms of it, none of that shit stuck. And he sued a couple people for defamation, and he won some of them, and he lost some of them. But none of that, all the shit that they said without the statute of limitations, by America's term, it was pointless. All the women that accused, all the black women, the white women, whatever, it was absolutely pointless, and they just did it as a smear campaign. So when you get a lawyer to round up a bunch of women and say, y'all want to get paid, because they're getting paid for these interviews, they're getting paid for these articles in the magazines, they got paid. It was a PR stunt. So in that case, are they really doing it for the reality of protecting other women from a guy who's too old, or are they doing it for the public situation, which makes you really kind of question like all 50 women collectively said, we're not gonna tell nobody until this case come up, and he almost did. Like, that's crazy. And then to get away with raping white women in the 50s and 60s, a black man, any black man, when I can't get away with it.
I don't know if it was in the 50s.
Let's say it's 7. Let's say it happened in 85. Let's say it happened in 90. Let's say it happened in 2005. What black man get away with raping white women and drugs?
Man, I Spy was a hell of a show back then.
Man. That's why he didn't have to put the drugs in the goddamn drink.
Well, he got off on that. He got off on that. I think he got off on that.
They never
got off on that. Well,
if it was cases that they filed when he was younger and it came up that these cases was filed and they was dropped, that would have happened. But that ain't happened either. It's crazy. And you can't go off Hollywood rumors, because when I got to Hollywood, they had a rumor about everybody, including people that I was hanging with. So it really let me know that y'all just let the rumors just circulate and y'all take them as a reality. And that's what happened in this case.
Listen, dude, they do that in the city too. Like Chicago knows, the city knows where drug houses are, but they hold on to them until they need a big bust, right? It's that fact. That's true. The city of Chicago, I bet you all cities do it. They know where drug houses are, and then when things get bad and everybody's like, yo, we demand action, then they're like, go get that drug house. And then
election season.
Like this and that. But the whole time they know what's going on. They know what's going on. That's the game. That's the game. The game is don't do bad shit.
It's impossible. My personal charisma and things I do personally are always, I guess it's hard to even figure out if somebody's gonna say something to me, because I've dated a lot of women and I've had a lot of situations, and then some relationships go bad. If my ex-girlfriend who's bust out my car windows want to come back and say anything I've done to her, she might very well have a right to. But if my side of the story don't matter, what's the point?
What's the point?
That's my point. It's like, as a black man, no matter, this woman came to his house, asked for drugs, asked for money, won the case, got $2 million, and still pushing the whole envelope. What defense do you have for that? She drove to my house. She took her shirt off. She asked me for my drugs, but I'm still the aggressor in this situation. If you let an old blind man rape you, I mean, let's be real. If you in your young 30s with wit, and you let an old 77-year-old blind man outsmart you,
he like, just make it even. In you put on the blindfold too.
That nigga just want to rub some titties, man.
If you want to make it even, you put on the blindfold too.
That's great, he just want to rub some titties, man. When I get old, I'm gonna rub titties. To tell you how serious it go, and I know we've been going on, but I worked at a nursing home as a CNA, and at my nursing home we had a sex scandal where the CNAs was knocking these old niggas off on check day. On check day, like, I knew the nursing schedules was weird because they wouldn't work a lot, but one week they would work all. The whole schedule would be crazy. And they would pick who they choose, whatever. But they had a whole thing where they'll wash the nigga up and knock his ass down. I don't know how way if it was a head, I don't know. But
oh my God.
I thought about, if I got older in the nursing home, please let me get a CNA that'll wash this motherfucker up and go and knock it down for me. Like, come on, man.
Of course.
Come on, man. I don't give a fuck about the medicine, my heart medicine, all that shit. Y'all give my baby $75. So she can knock this motherfucker down.
That's why I always joke, and I joke about it. Like, not legalizing prostitution is just stupid. Just legalize it, dude. Because
Come on, man.
everybody, there's so
Women
many
want
people that
money.
do it on so many different levels, women and men. They will
Yeah.
do it on so many different levels.
On whole
Dudes
marriages
do
out
it,
here.
right? Like,
Yeah.
I got, man. You know what, man? You know, I don't hang out with this chick. I'm not attracted to her, but she gonna give me some money. That's prostitution. I
Yeah.
ain't fucking him. He better take me out to
Yeah.
dinner and treat me right. That's prostitution. Like whatever you want to call it is prostitution. If you say I ain't putting out until he take me out to dinner, or
Right.
I ain't putting out unless she pay me, that is prostitution.
Or his credit
There,
right, and he's
we
in
are
a
not,
position to buy me a house.
right.
'Cause that's what I've been
Whatever,
hearing.
whatever your big money scheme or low money scheme is, we are in full agreement about this. You know what I have learned about this? My first episode is that I'm gonna have to find me an editor.
No, you can run this all the way through,
Oh, this
man.
is running. This is definitely
Run this
running.
all the way
But
through,
I'm
because
gonna
I just want somebody to watch this motherfucker up and knock this motherfucker down. That's all. Knock it down for me, man. I'm gonna bet this motherfucker can't sleep.
Hey,
I'm gonna point to my little dresser with the check in there and be like, she goes, wash it up and knock it down for me real quick.
listen, man. What's the best way to find you if they want to follow you on social media?
Well, Go Here Comedy is my comedy business website. It's Go Here Comedy. Exactly how I said it. GOHEAR comedy.com, and we putting out our comedy specials.
GOHERE.
Yeah, I said J. Did I say J?
No, GOHERE. You didn't. You
Go
missed
Here
the E.
Comedy.
You missed the E.
HEAR. Here, like here comedy.
Yeah,
Go
I
Here
know.
Comedy. Yeah,
I know.
right. Because I hear you spell it.
Go Here Comedy. Yeah. Go Here comedy.com, and then what else?
GoHereComedy.com. And you can follow me on social medias at Joke Hustler. All my social media is Joke Hustler. And my Tinder is Joke Hustler. Anybody? Tinder. Ladies, if y'all out there.
Oh,
The beard is weird. I condition it. Huh? Where y'all at?
You
All right.
look good. I think you
Thank
look
you,
good.
brother.
You're a
You
handsome
do too,
man. Thanks,
You
man.
do too,
I'm still peaking. I'm still peaking, dude. Look, we got to do this again. I expect to see more of you. There's a reason why I wanted you to be my first guest, because your brash, your honesty, your hilariousness. You one of the good dudes in the
Appreciate
city.
that, man.
And,
I feel honored and shit. Let's start this edition. The last shot.
Wait, hold up. Let me pull mine up because I keep.
You gotta get the last shot.
That's you know I got the good shit. Yeah. So I like I don't get out in the city much, but I keep I listen for.
Man, you're invited to my next barbecue and you're gonna love it. It's gonna be some dirty bitches there. And no disrespect to y'all out there and women, but these literally are dirty bitches, okay? I want you to know.
Okay, great. That's not where I was going. But anyway.
Well, yeah,
where I was going at all. Okay, so good to see you. And
they really dirty. They be grimy as hell. They be doing all kind of hood shit, robbing motherfuckers. They cool though. They cool.
Cheers to you, man.
Don't trust them though. They put you in trouble.
Oh, good Lord. I expect us to be you to be on here again, my man.
All right, that's what I'm doing to the thing. Boo.
For sure. I'll see you soon.
Thanks, Bozeman. Peace.
Be good.
I don't know how to cut it off though. Or do I do? Do I?
I'm gonna cut you off. Yeah, I'm gonna cut you off. We had enough with you.
Okay, I got it.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. It's Kevin Bozeman in the first episode. If I'm be getting this lit, then I'm gonna have to cut this shit down to a half hour or something. All right. Have a good weekend and wash your hands and keep your fingers out your butt. Deuces.